Lord, it is hotter than the sun. Not complaining though. So in my last video I mentioned how I've been trying to pull myself out of this horrible depression that I've had for as long as I can remember, and I'm pleased to report that it is still going really well. And as the days go on, I'm noticing more and more just how much it is changing my life, and more importantly, how much it's changing me. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out that when you are mentally unwell, it changes who you are, it changes how you think, and it changes how you behave and act to the world around you. Like I mentioned in my last video though, as the time goes on, you are able to look back and hopefully realise just how far you've come. The past few weeks seem to have accelerated this effect, and I am just in total awe at what is going on, how much my head is healing and how much it is doing for me. Before I started this journey, I hated myself, and that's putting it pretty lightly. I hated everything that I was and everything that I did. I felt like a useless parent, a useless human being. In general, just a total waste of space. It had a huge knock-on effect on my life and how I behaved, because I constantly had these feelings and thoughts crushing me. It stopped me from feeling happy when I should have been, and that was one of the most heartbreaking experiences, as a lot of those times was when I was with my son. So to be experiencing this now, looking back, I feel like this is some kind of miracle, because I really do feel like a completely different person, like I'm living this completely different life. Having the motivation to live through the next day is quite something when you've not experienced that for many, many years. This is going to sound strange, but it feels like I'm connected with the world, whereas before I was just in this bubble. It feels like everything's suddenly real, and even the people I meet around me are real. It's just so bizarre. I've suffered from depression since I was a child, and my goal has always been to not feel depressed anymore, or to be the person that I was without depression. The problem with this way of thinking, I've come to realise, is that when you've been depressed for a very, very long time, especially since childhood, you have no idea who you are without depression. In a way, it's everything that you are, and to suddenly have that massive part of your life suddenly disappearing more and more is as scary as it is welcome. It leaves you realising, oh my god, I have no idea who I am. So what have I noticed that's changed within myself since this has all been going on? Number one, I am a million times more productive. My productivity has gone through the roof, in the sense that things that I would have to really dig deep within myself and really force myself to be motivated to do, I'm now doing without even realising. My household chores were always a struggle, and part of that was my MS, but the biggest part of that was I had no motivation whatsoever to do anything. Now I'm not even thinking about it, and yes, some things do take me a long time to do, but I don't even realise that I'm doing it no matter how long it takes. And before I know it, done. Number two, confidence. This was actually the first change that people noticed in me. I have a hard time talking to people, and to be honest, it's my idea of hell. Just someone who I didn't know, I would think that they think I'm a total twat, and I couldn't find words. I hated myself so much. I felt, no, you do not deserve to be talking to this person. So it made communications with anybody quite tricky. I actually do have to talk to a room full of people I don't know, and now I enjoy it, I think. No, really, it is nothing to me anymore, and I do enjoy talking to people, and especially new people now. I feel like I'm listened to, that they think my points are valid, and that I am generally wanted to be around them, and not this huge burden that for some reason depressed people think they are. I am even going out and buying myself a glass of wine and sitting by myself, no problem. I even the other night went out for dinner by myself and it was awesome. Turns out I actually enjoy my own company. I need a break. Mercy. Number 3, creativity. After many years, I am finally being creative again, and I have even started painting again, which has already brought me so much joy. The fog that I have had all this time choking me has finally been lifted, and this creativity is free and it's gonna go and do whatever it wants to do now. Number 4, I am enjoying things again. Activities that no longer gave me any joy are finally giving me that joy again, and that can be anything from painting, days out with Dylan, even something as silly as walking the dog when I can. I'm loving it. It's also really fun to find out what I enjoy, remembering what I enjoyed, and discovering new things that I'm enjoying. I never knew that I was really passionate about gardening. I've always been interested in it, but I never realised how much I loved it, for example. And like I said before, even just time spent by myself with a glass of wine at the local art gallery. Perfect. 5, and this is a special one, I am smiling more than I have ever smiled before. This is also another thing people noticed about me, that I am smiling so much now. Apparently I've been told that my constant beaming is infectious. Something I never thought anyone would say about me ever, because I am the queen of resting bitch face, or so I thought. Low-key a little bit concerned about wrinkles though. Those are the 5 things off the top of my head that I really wanted to share with you guys. A lot of you have been on this mental health journey since I started my channel, which is quite flattering. You've all been there for me through thick and thin, and I am really excited to share all of this with you guys. I'm gonna go turn my fan back on now. MSs, please remember to stay cool, and the rest of you stay cool too. Bye! Subscribe to and hit the bell button wherever the bell is.